Let me ask you, I've spoken to a number of German people, particularly over the past several months, and several of them indicated to me that it would be their preference, and they almost see it as a solution, rather than letting Greece drop out of the Eurozone, have Germany itself pull itself out of the Eurozone for its own, reestablish the Deutsche Mark once again. Mm-hmm. It's similar to what you were talking before about parallel currencies. Let the euro exist for maybe European transactions, but have a domestic Deutsche Mark. Do you think something like that is possible?
Yes, actually, this is an idea I have been propagating for some time now. I remember in the 90s, when we still had the European currency system as a predecessor of the euro, we had similar problems. The French franc was overvalued. They had a lot of monetary and economic problems. So everybody in the market expected the French to devalue, which they didn't want because it went against their pride. They just didn't like to devalue. We already had, before that, we had a lot of currency alignments, of course, in Europe, in the European monetary system. And then suddenly the French came out with the idea, not publicly, but talking to the German government, if Germany leaves the system, the European monetary system, then the still existing Deutsche Mark goes up, and we get our devaluation without having to devalue,
yes,
which would have been a very elegant way to solve the whole problem. And yes, and now jumping to the present situation, if Germany left the system of the euro and went back to the German mark would become stronger, of course, and the others would have their devaluation. Yes. Absolutely. I think it would be a very elegant solution to the whole problem. You don't have to change very much, at least the others don't have to do anything.
Right.
They get what they need. They need a cheaper currency. And this holds true practically for most of them, not just for Greece, also for Spain, Portugal, Italy, even France, because things are slowly drifting apart between Germany and France also. Mm-hmm. This is the next bigger problem. We still can take years, but France and Germany are really the core of the whole thing. And if France gets into trouble, which will happen if present trends continue, then it's terrible.
Yeah, the French economy is not as strong as the German economy.
No, by far.
And I think there's probably more discontent in France in terms of the economic situation, because the economy is a little bit weak there.
They go on strike much easier now. It's completely different from Germany.